Still part 3. This is still part 3. Sorry everybody, my mom actually touched the button to restart it all. Give me. Hey everybody, this is Nori. This is my padre. This is my padre. This is my mom. My mom.
Turn around, Jay.
Padre.
Put that down for a minute.
It's ready. That's the driver. Right there. Double there. Double there. Double there. Double there. We're going on a train and here we come. Going on a train. Come choo choo. And that quarter just hit my mama's foot. No, it don't hurt, but it still kind of hurts. Still hurts on my mind. We're gonna sit. Oh, let's sit right there. Cause they go in 2 spots. Oh, come on, okay.
Sit right here. We'll sit behind you.
Oh, suck him.
You need help now?
Whoa. Alright. Daddy, we don't have no seatbelts. Sorry I had to pause the video. Well, it's okay. Both of y'all can fit in. Y'all can just squeeze each other in. Me and the camera can't. Alright, now we gotta wait till the bus. Yeah, this is kind of taking a long time. Speed up the time.
Welcome aboard the Norfolk Southern Express. My name is Opie and I will be your train engineer for today. As a reminder, please remain seated, keeping all hands, arms, and feet, as well as all of your belongings inside the carriages at all times while the train is in motion. All aboard.
All aboard! Daddy, you're funny.
You just take your video. Oh, you'll be taking your video. Yes, I'll hold your banana in the red.
I ain't having it right now, so I'm gonna pause this video. This is the last time I'm gonna pause this video. Or it might not be. Well, bye. It's moving. Hooray, all aboard. Choo choo, hooray, choo choo, choo choo. All aboard. Hi, look at the lake. It's so.
As we leave the station today, I would like to personally thank each and every one of you for riding the Norfolk Southern Express on this fine afternoon. Proceeds from the train go straight back to the animals here, maintaining their habitats, as well as bringing new animals and new habitats here to our zoo. So for that, the animals thank you. Speaking of new habitats, on our left is one of the newest habitats here at our zoo. That's Asia Trail of the Tiger, home to our 4 orangutans, Pepper, Schnitz, Solaris, and Dara, as well as our tiger named Christopher, who has 2 tiger cubs.
Whoa, 2 tiger cubs.
Also, on our left, we have one of 2 red panda exhibits. This one's home to Timmy, who's in the crook of the tree right behind his shed. You can see his little white face and little white ears there. Timmy's native to the mountainous regions of China and loves cold weather. After Timmy's enclosure, we have what we call the children's rain garden, completely made out of recycled materials. The rain garden filters rainwater down below us to our aquifer, where we get all of our drinking water.
I still missed it. It's in the B part of the tree, right by his house, the little greenhouse.
Oh, see.
It's right there in that B part. You can see it right there, where they treat us like a line.
Isn't that crazy? I've never seen it.
Oh, you barely can see it.
I'm blind.
We gotta get out of the
Now, coming up on our left, we have a billboard that highlights some of the many conservation projects that the Virginia Zoo is proudly a part of. And on our right, we have 3 of our gardens here at the zoo, our herb garden, rose garden, and our color garden. To the left of those gardens is our Australia section of the zoo, home to our 3 male kangaroos, 10 wallabies, and 2 emus. The emu is the second largest bird in the world, second only to the ostrich, which you can find in our Africa section of the zoo. Also on our right, we have our butterfly garden. That's a beautiful yellow butterfly statue where you can learn all about the butterflies native to this part of Virginia. As well, we have one of two entrances to the Africa section of the zoo. On the bend, right behind the statue of the rhino. Here at the zoo, we have two rhinos. They're white rhinos. They were just imported here from Singapore a few weeks ago.
Oh, right there. They're not real.
As we continue around this bend, on our right, we have our Aldabra tortoise yard. The largest tortoise in that yard is AJ, who's 500 pounds and almost 90 years old. Behind the tortoise yard, we have our three zebras, Zach, Rose, and Emily, as well as our two Watusi steers named Diallo and Gamba. Also on our right, we have our second and main entrance to the Africa section of the zoo, as well as our African Village restaurant where you can come later today if you get hungry. Also on our right is one of our peacocks. His name is Romeo. After you're finished eating, you can go behind the restaurant and you can see our two cheetahs. Their names are Rico and Chester. Now, coming up on our right, we have our Animal Wellness Campus, where through those large viewing windows, you can learn a little bit more about our animals' medical and dietary needs. And on our left is our Virginia Zoo Wellness Orchard, which is part of a project to give fresh produce to our animals here at the zoo.
Virginia Zoo,
I thought we would be able to see animals like in cages.
Now, as we pass the stage, if you look to our right, we now have our educational trailers where we have some of our smaller animals, including chickens and bunnies for special events like birthday parties. And on our left here, we're now at the back of the Asia Trail of the Tiger section of the zoo. Across that bamboo is our Asian tapir. Her name is Hattie. She's black and white, can grow up to 8 feet long, and sprays backwards to mark her territory.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Also on our left, we have our two Cenarius vultures. Their names are Eve and Mira. You can see them both behind the shed there. Cenarius vultures are some of the largest type of predatory birds in the world, with wingspans of up to 10 feet long. Now, coming up on our right, we have our two white-necked cranes. Their names are Bill and Beulah. Bill, being the taller of the two, with a little bit of a darker red coloration around his eyes.
Well, that's the only animal I've seen.
Here at the zoo, we have many types of birds, except our peacocks are particularly special because they get to roam around all parts of the zoo as well as the parking lot. So if you see them later today, like we saw Romeo earlier, either just chilling on the paths in the other animal enclosures, or as you're leaving, please don't be alarmed. They're allowed to be out there and they'll come back inside once it's dark. All that we ask is you please do not chase them. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the train that we're riding on. This locomotive up here in the front is a 1/3 scale replica of the C.P. Huntington, a steam locomotive used to build the Transcontinental Railroad. However, this locomotive does not run off of steam. It runs off of gasoline, much like a car, and weighs about 6,000 pounds. The carriages you guys are riding in weigh about 3,000 pounds. It can carry up to 21 passengers in each. Now, if you turn your attention ahead of us, we're about to go through our train barn. The train barn is where we keep the train at night during bad weather and where we perform maintenance on the train.
Oh, so that's what the squeaking noise is.
Ready to go to the tunnel. Ready to go to the tunnel.
Maybe we can see some better. There you go. It's too dark though.
Now, coming up on our left, we have our sun bear exhibit. Here at the zoo, we have two sun bears named Apollo and Suntil. Sun bears are nocturnal, so they sleep mostly during the day and come alive during the night. Directly after the sun bears, we have a waterfall that signifies our entrance into Simang Island, home to 4 Simang apes, 2 parents and 2 kids, 1 older girl named Lola and 1 younger boy named Gunter. Simangs are in fact apes and not monkeys due to the fact that they do not have tails.
Don't worry, I got it on the video. Here's our stop.
Now coming up on our right, we're now back at our main plaza. Straight in the middle of our main plaza is what we call the Kugel Globe. The Kugel Globe is a 22,000-pound piece of pure granite that sits on jets of water, so it's easy to move. Next time you're over there, going to give it a spin and see how easy it is to move the world. As we continue around this bend, on our right, if you go past the bronze statue of the tortoise to those colorful buildings, that's our barnyard section, home to some stereotypical barn animals as well as some smaller animals that you might even be able to have some hands-on experiences with. As we continue around this bend, on our right, we have our 2 American bison, 2 lovely women. Their names are Lily and Oakley. And if you continue down the asphalt path on our right, you'll get to our American bald eagle enclosure, where we have 1 bald eagle who's way back there playing with the zookeeper right now. His name is Abe. As we pull back in the station, I'd like to thank you all again for riding. As a reminder, please keep all hands, arms, and feet inside the carriages until the train comes to a complete stop and you hear me blow the whistle 2 times. If you need help exiting the train, please remain seated and we'll be there shortly. Again, thank you for riding, folks, and have a great and beautiful rest of your day here at our Virginia Zoo.
Colored buildings where they could stop. You gotta wait. Wait. Okay, wait for mommy. Mommy for mommy first.
That was crazy.